Kaspa family, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing so much love. But yeah, without further ado, let's analyze and take a look at what's happening with Casper right now, and of course, what we could be expecting going into Thursday morning. Looking across the market, market is seeing a bounce, which of course is always nice to see. You're seeing a lot of green across the market. Like I said, I'm sure no one's really complaining when you're looking at the markets, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to analyze, Cas, understanding what's happening with the price of Caspa. Now, you guys can see this for yourself. Over the last 1 week, you are starting to see a few handful coins that are still up. Kaspa up 15.5%, which of course is nice to see. And today it's up 3.3%, with the price currently sitting at 7.7 cents, also up 2.1% in Bitcoin comparative. Now, looking at the market cap, look at it right in front of you, back above back above $2 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 80 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So here we have it, guys. Dominance did go up to the likes of 64.2%. 64.2%, something that we haven't seen since February 2nd. So obviously this isn't a good thing, when you look at it from an altcoin perspective. More money is tied into BTC, and that's a reality. And of course, over the last few hours, we have seen the dominance pull down a little bit after retesting 64.2%. Like I said, something that we haven't seen since February 2nd. So of course, the fact that we did see a little bit of a pull down, while Bitcoin did also see a little bit of a bounce, is going to have a positive impact on altcoins, and you could clearly see that. But imagine what kind of move we would have seen if the dominance was sitting at the likes of 60%. Imagine, just let's put that into perspective. We would have seen much more green in the markets right now. That's what a lot of people neglect. And I personally think we still will see that. I think there will come a time where you do see dominance, pulling down, and we start seeing, altcoins really outpacing BTC, because, when dominance falls down, you do tend to see that money flowing into alts, especially in a bull cycle. And believe it or not, I know a lot of people are going to call me crazy, but we are still in a bull market, believe it or not. Yes, we are seeing a lot of retracement for altcoins specifically, but if you're looking at the king of the market, which is BTC, it's literally in the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, and we were literally in the 23.6 just last month. So we cannot be forgetting this. Your Bitcoin obviously has been impacted about, with these tariffs announcements. Obviously that has been, impacting the entire, markets, as well as the traditional market. But right now, Bitcoin has pretty much remained within the 38.2 over the last few days, and we are bouncing back up over the last few hours, which has had a positive impact. But in the grand scheme of things, dominance is still too high for us to be getting overly excited. But that's not what you're here for. You're here to see what's happening with Kaspa. So if you're looking at Kaspa right now, Kaspa of course made its way down to 7.5 cents a few hours ago, but that's not what I want you guys to focus on. Let's focus on where we were yesterday at 7.2 cents price point. And since then, you did see Cas go up about 7%, which of course is amazing to see. Obviously, we do have that major level to be looking out for at the 8 cents price point. We've been speaking about the 8 cent a price point for quite some time, and it looks like this might be the time where you finally see that breakout that we're waiting for towards this key resistance. What's quite impressive yet again that I like for Kaspa is the fact that dominance is so high right now, 63.85%, and that's after a retracement. When you put that into consideration, Kaspa is still holding really, really good. And again, from the low of the 7th of April, you are up about 50% for Cas, and it's holding on to this overall bounce quite nicely as of now. Obviously the resistance still is in our way at the 8.2 cents mark. If this is able to turn into support, I do personally believe that this blue zone could be in play next. So keep an eye on this. If you want to put this into perspective, last time we were above this key resistance was March 2nd, so over a month ago. Obviously, now you should really understand how important it is, and I do believe this time around we could see that push. Yes, I see those comments. People always wonder why in the world Kaspa is not listed on the centralized one exchanges. That's something that everyone questions every day. We don't know, and we have to obviously deal with that. Obviously, no one really knows why, and obviously that is a risk factor as well for some people, because of course low liquidity, it could be manipulated quite easily. So those are some factors that you need to consider. But yeah, that is where your due diligence and research comes into play. But let me know down below what you guys think. Love you all. See you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.